Charlie Munger's journey to becoming one of the wealthiest individuals in the world is just incredible. We'll be diving into the 6 game-changing mental models that Munger swears by. And guess what? They are really mind-blowing. These mental models are like special lenses that shape how we see the world, influencing our thoughts, connections, and opportunities. So, without wasting any more time, let's jump right into the 6 most impactful mental models that propelled Charlie Munger to billionaire status. Let's look at the intriguing concept of inversion, a problem-solving strategy that includes looking backward. According to Charlie Munger, taking on certain problems head-on is counterproductive, which is where inversion comes in. Consider flipping your goal on its head. If your goal is riches, consider what you'd do if your goal were to become impoverished. Overspending, debt accumulation, and avoiding investments might all be on that list. This unusual method, while not instinctual for many, has been a critical tactic for some of history's best thinkers. Inversion serves as a filter, keeping you clear of potential dangers. As Munger properly puts it, avoiding stupidity is a large part of success. Inversion is a versatile mental model that is not limited to investing. Consider applying it to your job goals. Do you want to advance? Say to yourself, if our goal were not to get promoted, what would we do? Tardiness, a bad attitude, and a reluctance to learn new skills might all be on the list. The idea is simple. Start with your goal. Use inversion and direct your efforts towards avoiding barriers and potential missteps on your way to success. Another mental model in Charlie Munger's toolbox is staying within your circle of competence. Consider your knowledge to be a circle. Equities that lie within this circle are the ones you fully understand, providing you with a competitive advantage. If a stock falls outside of this range, you're out of your league. Everyone's circle of competence differs depending on their knowledge of various firms and industries. Consider a clothing store manager. Their circle might include retail behemoths like Walmart, Target, and Home Depot, while high-tech equities like Nvidia and Tesla fall outside. Warren Buffett emphasizes the necessity of not widening the circle and instead focusing on enterprises within it. This concept's simplicity is often ignored, but it is an important lesson for investors. Munger's third mental model is the concept of Occam's razor, which states that everything should be as simple as possible, but not simpler. Often, simplicity leads to superior solutions. For investment ideas, Buffett and Munger have a too-hard bucket. They prefer simpler enterprises with fewer assumptions and hypothetical situations. Munger believes that people calculate too much and think too little. Simplifying entails avoiding the unknown and unimportant. Information evaluated for investment decisions must pass 2 tests: importance and knowability. Predicting the economy's future, for example, is impossible, making it unsuitable for investment decisions. Instead, concentrate on easily quantifiable criteria such as a company's pricing power, competitive advantages, cash creation, and valuation. In Munger's universe, sticking within your knowledge boundaries, embracing simplicity, and focusing on what's both vital and knowable are all ways to achieve success. It's a powerful strategy that has the potential to change the way investors traverse the market's intricacies. By the way, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. Our goal is to make you the most knowledgeable and ideally wealthy member of your social circle. Let us now look at the concept of margin of safety. This term comes from engineering, and here's how it works. Consider yourself the chief engineer in charge of constructing a bridge across hazardous seas. You wanted the bridge to be able to support 10,000 pounds without collapsing, right? But here's the catch. You wouldn't cut it so close. Instead, for safety, you'd design it to hold 15,000 pounds, compensating for potential faults or misuse. This 5,000 pound gap is referred to as your margin of safety. Let us now apply this to investment. Just with the bridge, you wouldn't buy a stock for $100 if its genuine value was also $100. That is not an option. You'd only invest if the inherent worth was substantially higher, say $150. That $50 difference, your margin of safety, protects you from losses if your valuation is incorrect or the business's performance suffers after purchase. We'll get to our next mental model quickly. Learning from mistakes. Prepare to make mistakes. They are an unavoidable part of the investment process. The goal is to draw wisdom from them, ensuring a one-time deal, whether they're massive disasters or little slip-ups. Charlie Munger, the investment sage, fully understands the art of learning vicariously. Munger frankly described his strategy in a compelling 2019 interview with the Wall Street Journal. "I want to learn as much as I can vicariously. It's too awful to do it through personal adversity." What is his secret? A mental vault where he stored massive disasters and huge blunders, not to dwell in them but to avoid them neatly. Imagine Berkshire, under Munger's leadership, as a fortress facing surprisingly few major disasters. It's not that setbacks and disappointments don't knock on the door, or that entire enterprises don't vanish, but on the whole, Berkshire has less hardship than the norm. He's a voracious reader, devouring 5 newspapers a day, earning him the affectionate nickname, "Book with Legs Sticking Out." But it's not just about the newspapers. He's the master of learning from the mistakes of others. After all, who wouldn't want to avoid personal hardships and instead glean wisdom from those who have been there and done that? In his characteristic way, Munger described Berkshire's attitude toward business errors at a shareholder meeting, drawing inspiration from Will Rogers. It's a symphony of fortifying yourself against future hazards by learning from the mistakes of others. In Munger's universe, the objective is not only to survive, but to thrive in an environment where vicarious learning is the foundation for avoiding the harsh jolts that life might provide. Let us explore the fascinating world of learning styles. As the proverb says, there are 3 kinds of men. Some people are voracious readers, soaking up information from the printed word. Others are keen observers, gaining insights from their surroundings. Then there are those who, in their pursuit of knowledge, must symbolically pee on an electric fence to gain direct experience. It's a whimsical take on the various ways people gain knowledge, with a dash of humor to keep things interesting. Let us now move our focus to a conceptual model that pervades all areas of our lives: opportunity cost. Consider this. As humans negotiate the complicated tapestry of options, we are continually confronted with trade-offs. In essence, opportunity cost is the trade-off we incur by not selecting the next best alternative. When making decisions, we avoid uncharted territory. Consider yourself at a crossroads, with each path leading to a distinct journey, each with its own set of prices and benefits. This mental model acts as a compass in our decision-making journey, prompting us to assess the prospective advantages against the losses experienced by passing up other appealing possibilities. Opportunity cost is a linchpin in the great fabric of cognitive frameworks. It forces us to confront the repercussions of our decisions, prompting us to consider the value lost by choosing one path over another. Capital allocation becomes the investor's strategic chess move when entering the intricate world of investing. Consider this. An investor with minimal funds is confronted with a plethora of prospective options. The intriguing concept of opportunity cost enters the picture. This concept emerges as a critical filter in the decision-making arsenal of the investor. Consider having one brilliant idea that outperforms 98% of the alternatives. The remaining 98% are filtered away, resulting in a more targeted and concentrated investment portfolio. Enter Charlie Munger, the investment philosopher's maestro. Why dilute the impact of the best idea by diverting cash to the 30th or 40th best idea? In Munger's words, it's like taking money from a champion to prop up a less promising rival solely for the sake of diversification. Munger not only preaches, but also practices what he teaches. The Munger fortune is firmly invested in 3 stocks: Berkshire Hathaway, Costco, and a wise investment in a fund managed by the savvy Lilu. This video only touches the surface of Charlie Munger's treasure trove of mental models given to the investment world. That's it for today's video. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the subscribe button.